I was testing cars the other day and stumbled across something that just couldn't be ignored. A wide body on this Camaro RS made it feel like a completely different car, so I decided to test it, and here are the results. Let's go! Real quick before I get into the video, I just wanted to share something with you. You've probably seen the shitbox ads that pop up on each of these videos, but you probably don't know anything about that. That's a shirt company that my wife and I have started. Each of the designs on those shirts is hand-drawn by her, and they're inspired by builds that I've done in-game. Also, we are physically making these shirts ourselves and shipping them out to you guys when you order. So check out the link in the description down below if you want to get a shirt that's really awesome and support the channel at the same time. All right, let's get into it. So this isn't the first time we've talked about this subject on the channel. This type of question seems to come up with every new arcade racing game that comes out, and in the case of Need for Speed Heat and Unbound, visual parts don't affect performance. However, now I can't make that statement for Motorfest. Let me give you some quick backstory as to how this even came up. My editor, Militia, was driving this Camaro RS and was loving it. He claimed it to be one of the best handling cars in Street 1, so I decided to try it and immediately thought something's wrong. He and I are very similar in terms of our driving skills, but he was running 4 to 5 seconds faster on Cayuga Spirit, which is my test course for the street vehicles. I literally run this course every day for testing, and being that we are fairly close in skill, there's no way that the gap should be that big. In addition to that, I thought there was something wrong with him because the car didn't handle well at all. It understeered and it felt kind of slow and old, but he thought it felt amazing. Now, because others like to throw around bold claims, he jokingly said, "I do have a wide body," and we both laughed, but then we realized it literally was the only difference between our cars. He had customized his car first and had never driven it in a stock state, and I didn't and had never driven it with any customizations. When we swapped places, so to speak, the car felt like a completely different car. I thought no way that it makes that big of a difference. So, to sort of minimize the placebo effect, I decided to run 10 test runs with the wide body and 10 test runs without the wide body so we could see the difference in the times. I didn't have any nitro affixes, I had no legend points applied, no adjustments to the pro tuning, just the exact same set of max level parts. And here's what happened. The average time with the wide body after 10 runs was 2 minutes 30 seconds 0.093. The average time without the wide body was 2 minutes 33 seconds 0.614. That is a huge difference on such a short course, and it's pretty obvious that the wide body has an effect, but it's really hard to nail down exactly what that effect is. My best educated guess is that it affects grip specifically. The wide body car felt like it launched better, accelerated better, and overall just handled better. I said this already, but it literally felt like a different car. The difference between my worst test time and my best test time with the wide body was only 1.2 seconds. Whereas the same difference without the wide body was 2.2 seconds. Now, you can't use that specifically as definitive evidence, but in context with the rest of the data and my personal experience, it just indicates that there is a substantial difference between these two cars when you have a wide body and when you don't have a wide body. At this point, I can't really say if this affects other cars, but I didn't test those other cars, so there's definitely a chance that it might. What I can say for sure is that on this Camaro RS, having a wide body makes the difference between it being a top tier Street 1 car and it being near the bottom of my list. And now I'm wondering, how many cars have I already tested that may need to be looked at again? I've heard the crew community talk about this subject with regards to vanity tires and wide bodies before, and I haven't really tested the tires, but in general the consensus was, and I think still is, that wider is better for grip. I just haven't seen any definitive evidence of it myself until right now. I encourage you to go out and try this test for yourself. It may be that this car showcases the results better than other cars, so try it specifically on this Camaro RS and let me know in the comments what you felt and what was the difference between your experience with the wide body and without. I feel like I couldn't go without making this video because I haven't really seen any evidence-based videos out there. So if you know a video like that, I'd be definitely interested in that. If you could send me a link in a DM, that'd be great. I don't think I have links enabled in the channel comments, so you're gonna have to send me a direct message either on Instagram, Twitter, or Discord. I read every single one of them, so send me your links to your videos if you guys have any evidence-based videos that show the difference between wide bodies and no wide bodies, or wider vanity tires and no wide vanity tires. Either way, I want to see it, and we want to get to the bottom of this. For sure it affects this car, but I feel like it might affect other cars as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.